Have you ever felt like the world is against you? That no matter how hard you try, luck just isn't on your side? Well, you're not alone. Let me tell you a story about a young man named Arjun who felt the exact same way. Arjun believed life was deeply unfair. Every time something went wrong, his go-to line was, "I'm just unlucky." He blamed everything and everyone for his failures, fate, bad luck, other people, you name it. He was stuck in a cycle of negativity, and it was draining the life out of him. Feeling lost and desperate for a change, Arjun decided to seek out a wise old man who lived on top of a hill. This man was famous for his wisdom and his rather unusual stories. The journey up the hill was long and tiring, a perfect metaphor for Arjun's struggle. But he was determined. When he finally reached the wise man's simple hut, he bowed respectfully and poured out his heart. "Sir," he began, "I work so hard, but nothing ever goes my way. I see my friends succeeding while I'm constantly failing. Why is life so unfair to me?" The wise man listened patiently, a gentle smile on his face. Without a word, he handed Arjun a glass that was half filled with water. He then asked a simple question. "Tell me, Arjun, what do you see?" Arjun, without a second thought, replied, "It's half empty, of course." The old man let out a soft chuckle. "And that," he said, his eyes twinkling, "is the root of your problem. When your mind is trained to only see the emptiness, it starts creating more emptiness in your life." The wise man took the glass back from Arjun. "Let me show you something," he said. "This glass is just like your mind. When it's filled with negative thoughts, with doubt, fear, and jealousy, there's absolutely no room left for the good stuff, like hope, gratitude, and faith." He then slowly poured the water out, gave the glass a thorough wash, and refilled it with crystal clear, fresh water. "Now," he said, holding up the sparkling glass, "when your mind is clear and clean, you have the power to choose what you fill it with." To put this new perspective to the test, the wise man gave Arjun a simple but profound challenge. "There's a small village at the bottom of this hill," he instructed. "Go there. Help the people in any way you can, and come back to me after 7 days. But there's one very important rule. No complaints, no negativity. Only positive thoughts are allowed." Arjun agreed, though he was a bit skeptical. The first few days were incredibly tough. The weather was scorching hot, some of the villagers were rude, and nothing seemed to go smoothly. Every time he felt the urge to complain, to slip back into his old habit of blaming the world, he remembered the wise man's words. "When your mind is filled with positivity, life begins to change." So instead of grumbling, he forced a smile. He helped a farmer fix a broken fence, carried water for an elderly woman, and played with the village children. He actively looked for things to be grateful for, even if it was just a cool breeze or a shared meal. A week later, Arjun returned to the wise man's hut. The change was remarkable. He stood taller, his eyes were brighter, and he radiated a quiet confidence. The wise man greeted him with a knowing smile. "So, my boy, what did you learn on your journey?" Arjun's face broke into a wide grin. "I learned everything," he exclaimed. "I realized that the moment I changed my thoughts, the world around me started to change too. People who were rude before became kinder. Unexpected opportunities started popping up, even when things went wrong. I found myself looking for the lesson or the reason to be thankful, instead of just seeing the problem." The wise man nodded, his heart full. That, Arjun, is the true power of positive thinking. It doesn't promise that life will always be easy or perfect, but it gives you the inner strength to face challenges with hope instead of fear, with courage instead of despair. From that day forward, Arjun stopped being a victim of fate. He became the master of his own mind. He learned that his thoughts were like seeds, and he had the choice to plant a beautiful garden or a field of weeds. He understood that what you think, you truly become. So let me ask you, What seeds are you planting today? Your mind is your garden. If you constantly plant seeds of negativity, doubt, and fear, you'll harvest a life full of problems and unhappiness. But if you choose to plant seeds of positivity, gratitude, and belief in yourself, you will harvest a life of peace, joy, and success. The choice is always yours. Choose your thoughts wisely. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear it today. And don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories that can help you change your world, one thought at a time.